take it away.
All right, how's it going, everyone? I'm Gabe Uggenti, sous chef here at Jasper Park Lodge. We're in one of our Ridgeline cabins again, just like Jason was. Luckily enough, I had one of his delicious cocktails earlier, so all the nerves are gone. So we're going to be making a traditional turkey dinner tonight. It's going to be the fastest turkey dinner you've ever seen, 25-30-minute turkey dinner. So what I've done here to start off is I've just got some potatoes boiling on the stove here. So just peeled and cut small diced potatoes. Make sure your water is nicely salted, like seawater, like you would for boiling pasta such. And then that way the salt is already developed into the potatoes once you are finished cooking them. So potatoes are on. Those will be ready to go in about 10-15 minutes. Then we're going to start cooking our brine for our turkey. So we do have a beautiful organic Alberta young turkey. It's about 4.5 kg. So what I've got on here is just a pot of water, just straight from the tap. Then what we're going to do is we've got some coarse salt. So just going to put that into our water, start that boiling. We also have some castor sugar. And that's going to be the base of any brine that you're making. So the point of a brine is to make sure that you're penetrating the protein, and that's going to keep your turkey nice and juicy throughout cooking. That way, when you cut it for your guests, it's going to be nice and delicious. So we've got that water on there. Then we also have some chili flakes for a little bit of spice, some aromatics, bay leaves, and peppercorns. So the trick with the brine is you can put any kind of flavorings you want in there, kind of up to you. Today we have some fennel seeds as well. We also do have some dried thyme. You can use fresh herbs as well if you'd like. Have some fresh squeezed lemon juice here as well, and some cherry vinegar just for a bit of acidity. And then a little bit of liquid smoke. So that's just going to add a little bit of smokiness to your turkey dinner. Just a touch of that is enough. A little bit goes a long way for this stuff. And that's it. And the trick with the brine is to make sure that you bring to a rapid boil and then let it cool totally, so that it's totally fridge cold. So that when you do submerge your turkey in there, it's not cooking it at all. All it's doing is imparting all that flavor that we put in there from the aromatics, as well as the salt and sugar to break down the proteins. I'm just going to give that a little stir. And what you want to do with your brine is probably best to make it the day before. Let it cool, put your turkey in at nighttime, and then you're going to bake your turkey the next day for Christmas or Christmas Eve or whatever you fancy. Next up, we're going to make the marination for the turkey. So I do have a Vitamix here. I know most people obviously aren't going to have that at home. You can use a magic bullet. You can just chop the herbs yourself if you like. So what I have is some fresh mint. So I'm just going to put that in our blender here. Again, with the marinade, it's totally up to you at home what you'd like to use. Definitely fresh herbs is best for this. So we have some fresh sage here as well. And the marinade is just going to make sure that we have all that extra flavor on top of the turkey, as well as all the flavor from the brine inside the turkey itself. Fresh rosemary as well. And then we do have some mustard seeds, just yellow mustard seeds. You can get them at any grocery store. And a little bit of garlic that I pulsed up with just some oil and a touch of salt, just to get the aromatics going from that, get the essential oils out of there. And then for this, we have a mixture of canola oil and olive oil. You can use whatever you like. You could put melted butter in there. You could use straight olive oil if you like. The reason that we do a mixture is just so we get that nice crisp golden skin on our turkey. All right, so you'll see there, just nice liquid. Just going to cover your turkey with that. And there's our turkey. So what you want to do with this is just make sure that you're covering the entire turkey. This one was brine for us yesterday. And then we'll just coat the whole outside of the bird. You can also stuff the turkey. I know that's quite common. I like a little bit of fresh lemon is nice in there, as well as some fresh herbs. If you do have extra herbs for your marination, you can just give them a crack, make sure those essential oils are coming out, and then just put them right in the butt of the turkey there. And that's just going to add additional flavor. And then we'll put this in the oven. So our brine is good to go now. It's boiled. And then best thing to do with the brine is either you let it cool. If you're going to put it in your fridge at home, it's not a good idea. So what you can do is you can just cut the amount of liquid in half, and then the other half of the liquid you can just use with ice cubes. That way you're cooling your brine down quite a bit faster. Next, we're going to make some stuffing. So I've got here some cut up sourdough bread. It does say white bread on your recipe, but you can use whatever bread you have, bread that's in the freezer left over, some fresh bread from the store, whatever you prefer. So this is sourdough for us today. And then we're just going to put some carrots in there.
So quick question while you're peeling the carrots.
Yeah, of course.
So would a chicken or a duck also benefit from a brine?
Yes, yeah, any protein at all, actually. It especially works very well with things that are offcuts. So you're talking, you know, short rib, anything like that. Your ribs at home for the barbecue, that's definitely a good one. All those kind of not tender meats, those not prime cuts, are going to super benefit from a brine. And I mean, depending on the size of what you're cooking, that's going to depend on how long you're going to put the brine on for. So for the turkey, like I said, overnight is great because it's a big bird. For like ribs or something like that, you're looking at, you know, a couple of hours, 6 hours is great. And that's just going to make it quite a bit tender when you cook it.
Okay, and there's some comments there. I think, you know, just kind of joking, but you made the turkey the green.
Yeah.
Is there anything?
It's the green turkey.
Yeah. Would you make it? Is there anything that would also add red to it, or could you make the stuffing red?
Yeah, you could definitely make the stuffing red. I mean, I suppose you could put like tomatoes in there or tomato paste to make it red. But again, it's up to you. Definitely. I mean, it looks green now when I put it right on there, but once it comes out of the oven, it's not green at all. Okay. So it's more or less just something for you to see. Your guests won't see that at all. For stuffing, this is quite a simple recipe for the stuffing. What I like to do at home myself is add pork to it. So definitely sausage is a great idea. Definitely the fat and flavor from sausage is fantastic inside of stuffing. So now I've just got a pan on for our stuffing to start. Just gonna put a bit of chopped up butter in there. Again, if you're using sausage or bacon or something like that, you can use bacon fat or the fat from the sausage itself when you cook it. It's a great alternative. Olive oil is fine as well. And then our onion as well for our stuffing. We also do have some dried herbs for our stuffing. So that's marjoram, sage, and thyme. You can also use fresh herbs for that. Again, anything you like. Sage is definitely a classic in turkey and chicken. So for your stuffing, you just want to sweat down those vegetables just until they're tender. So it's probably going to be about 5-10 minutes until they're tender. And while we wait for that, I'm just going to prep a couple of vegetables. Today we've got a nice heirloom carrot, some broccoli, and some Brussels sprouts.
So these you're going to cook all together. Will they cook evenly, or are they going to be like some mushier or?
No, so you'll be fine cooking all these vegetables at the same time. If you'd like, you can cook them separately, roasting them. I'm just going to do them in a pan for today. But all I'm going to do is coat them in some nice olive oil and then a little bit of garlic, and then saute them in a pan and finish them with a little bit of veg stock. You can finish them in chicken stock if you like, or turkey stock from your turkey bones. That's a great option. So now my veggies are sweating down here, almost ready to go. I'm just going to add a little bit of seasoning to them. And then we're going to add our bread. Don't forget about the herbs. Herbs go in there. And then our bread.